Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome in to the second half of the CFP opening round here in the expanded 12-team playoff. We are here for an epic matchup between the top two scoring teams in the country. TCU, Coach Mango, going up against Georgia. Number 7 versus number 10. Let me know if you can hear me so we can go ahead and get started. I am incredibly excited. We had a fantastic opening rounds of games, and it's going to be a fun one. And if you don't know what this is, it is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through primarily Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can join in, you can claim a team, you can set the playbooks, you can select the scheme, you can edit the depth chart, then you can recruit. You can also participate in a plethora of server games we have for recruiting rewards, and it's just a great community to be a part of, so feel free to join. Links are in any of our descriptions. We also have the command in the Twitch chat. And if you are watching live on Twitch, you can go ahead and sub with your Twitch Prime. You help support the server, and the user who wins the national championship will get a care package with not only a national championship trophy, but some merch from Home Field. And encourage you guys to check out Home Field, our friends over there. They by far the best college apparel out there. You get 15% off using code SFA once per email, and 180 plus collections, super comfortable. Check out our Secret Santa over on the Instagram for a preview of some of the shirts. Vintage design, super cool, so check them out. Yeah, we are here. It is TCU and Georgia, and these are two teams historically who have had nothing but heartbreak here in the CFP. We'll start out with Georgia. They are the number 10 team in the country, one of the at-large bids, and this is actually their 6th CFP appearance in SFA history. It all started in Season 2. They were the number 1 seed, the team to beat in the 6-team playoff, and they unfortunately lost to Texas Tech in the semifinals. And then fast forward to Season 4, they lost in the semifinals again to Florida. And then in Season 5, they lost to California in this expanded 12-team playoff to the number 10 seed Cal. So they're now taking over that role, trying to do it. Then we saw them in Season 9 with that Brock Vandegrift era where they lost to Ohio State in the semis. And finally, last season, they were the first ever P5 team to lose to a G5, losing to East Carolina, getting embarrassed in that first round. And then on the other side, you have TCU. Their only other CFP appearance was in Season 6, where they lost in double OT in the 6-11 game to the Pitt Panthers. So we're going to go through the rosters, and then we'll jump on into the game. And Georgia is led by SFA player Ryan McBrien, the redshirt senior, potentially the last game of his career, as Dick Weed will be taking over next season. The running back is Randy McBride, 87 overall. Remember, Georgia on paper is the best team in the country. Wide receiver number 1 is Cody Williams. They have Tommy Moore, Joe Newman, Brent Davis as well. Incredibly deep at virtually every position. And no different at tight end, as they have Lorenzo Pines, the SFA player, along with Caleb Broussard, the SFA player. Definitely tight end U over here. Their offensive line is incredibly good. Their guards in their middle are a bit weak, but outright, 80 plus everywhere. And on the defensive end, you have Thomas King, the senior. On the other side, the SFA player Khalil Reeves, the freshman. And in the middle, you got Jason Gaddis, along with Kyle Jackson. At linebacker, it's John Cole and Bert Osborne there in the middle, the SFA in-game recruit, 84 overall. And the right outside linebacker, Micah Ryan. Out wide, Keelan Carroll, the SFA player. They also have David Smith and Brant Jones. It kind of falls off here, so the depth at corner is not that great, and that might be the matchups to watch here, as we'll go over TCU in a second. But in the back, they got Barry Taylor and then Jaboris Jackson, the SFA player, taking over that spot for Taylor Sockrider, who transferred to Tennessee. Their kicker is a 67 overall freshman, Steve Wesley, 9 for 14 on kicking, and very bad kicker, so they will probably be going for it quite a bit here today. And we'll move over to TCU, who On paper, these are the two highest scoring teams in the country, and they are led by the SFA Player of the Year, JT Redwine, 92 overall. The redshirt sophomore has been just yamming it all over the place. And in the backfield, Steven Sutton, the sophomore, 82 overall. They love to get him some run. But this is where this team is elite. You got Speedy Gonzalez, 99 overall on one end. And then Darius Hayward Bay, the transfer from Air Force. One of the best receivers in the country as well. They have Travis Lloyd in the slot along with Brian Hill. Tight end, the Mackey Award winner, Jermaine Washington. Hopefully he gets involved today. And then on the line, this is the weakest part. All mid to high 70s here. So we'll see if they can hold this very good Georgia line. On defense, Matt Parks, and then the freshman All-American James Roach. And in the middle, John Johnson and David Reed. At linebacker, you got Thomas Koch, Cornelius Day, the transfer from Nevada, and Renner Hornbeek, the freshman SFA player. Out wide, Harold Cameron, Dalen Barnes, the SFA player, along with Tony Phillips. So, once again, kind of the same secondary here for TCU as Georgia. But in the backfield, Kane Chambers, the SFA player, sophomore at this point. And then the transfer from Michigan State, the SFA player, Roscoe Cherry, is back in the CFP. He was on that team that made the run to the national championship. So we'll see what he can do here today. And then they got the senior Christian Hawkins, big-time power. So the special teams advantage does go to TCU. Mango, you are here, so let me know what jerseys you would like to wear. This is going to be a fun one. The two best offenses in the country. I am so excited for this game. So let's go on and get into it. Georgia at TCU. Keep it classy with purple. All right. Does this look good, Mango? And for Georgia, we'll go the traditional. And as always, on the playoff games, we do Twitch predictions. Do you want white pants? On. Let me get the prediction going. Who wins? Do you think Georgia or TCU? Are we going to have all three SEC teams win in the first round? All right, prediction is starting. All right, you wanted white pants with the purple tops. Does that look good? All right, I guess this is what we're going with. All right, and all right, let's lock this in here. And as a reminder, guys, off-season strategies. If you did win a bowl game yesterday, make sure to DM me. I'm missing a bunch of them. I don't want you guys to lose your off-season strategy because you didn't send it to me. And here's a look at the CFP. We're halfway through the opening round. We saw Tennessee outlast Washington on a last-minute touchdown by Bishop Moore. And then we saw Alabama absolutely annihilate Illinois at home. So, what is going to happen in the top of the bracket? Who is going to go on to face Minnesota in the Cotton Bowl? Will it be TCU, who would be the home team? Or Georgia? Will they continue on the SEC warpath of Season 13? We will find out next. Here we go, folks. The 7-10 game officially. And if you do want to watch the highlights of the last games, they are already up on the YouTube channel. But look at this. The two best offenses in the country off by 0.1 points. And it's raining here in Fort Worth. It was raining earlier on in Alabama. And that does not bode well for both of these high-powered offenses. So we'll see what TCU can do at home here. A massively insane atmosphere here for the first home game in the 12-team NCAA 14 era. We saw TCU earlier this season on game day against Arizona State. Other than the first play, it didn't really work out for them. So, and then Georgia's been slowly battling back after a 1-2 start. Finished 9-3. Got one of those, they got the third at-large bid. Welcome in, guys. Super pumped for this game. This is, if you're looking at the first round, this is one everybody had circled. This is such a fun matchup. Hopefully this doesn't wind up like real life, where it was, what, 62 to 3 or something. Here we go. Number 7 versus number 10. And we're going to see TCU started out here, baby. And remember, folks, we have one more game on the slate today. It will be Georgia Southern and East Carolina after this game. But for now, we've got TCU. What can they do at home? They start out with a big return, taking it out of the end zone, Nick Ramirez. And here comes the SFA Player of the Year, JT Redwine and company. Speedy Gonzalez, the short one, top of your screen. Darius Hayward-Bay there at the bottom. JT Redwine split backs at the first play of the game. Dumps that off. There's his man, Darius Hayward-Bay, the transfer from Air Force. And what a season he's been having. There is no duo at wide receiver faster and more dynamic or more explosive than Speedy Gonzalez and Darius Hayward-Bay. Man in motion. First handoff to Sutton. He had a fantastic conference championship, was the player of the week on the offensive side. His first rush garners a yard. You got to watch out, though, for Khalil Reeves there at the bottom of your screen. And then at the top, Keelan Carroll with the dreads. And Jaboris Jackson in that strong safety spot. Handoff to Sutton again. He gets some room on that right side. And Jaboris Jackson tries to bring him down. 14 yards for Sutton. If TCU, if they can establish the run here today, they will be unstoppable. You got to watch out for the Mackey Award winner, Jermaine Washington, there in the slot, number 13. As they're going to hand it off again. A draw this time to Sutton. He gets a lot of yardage here, 9 yards. So Georgia definitely thought they were probably going to run it or pass it a lot more, but they've run it 3 of the 4 first plays. Cross the 50 here for TCU. Quick throw outside. Darius Hayward-Bay again breaks 2 tackles. He gets about 10. First down, Horned Frogs. JT starts out 2 for 2, finding his favorite target on the season. Speedy Gonzalez alone at the bottom of the screen. Hands it off to Sutton. He cuts inside. Finds the hole. Another 10 yards for Sutton. They'll mark him short. But a lot of running room here early on. Can TCU capitalize here? They are going to spread them out. 2nd and inches. Handoff. JT's going to keep it. He gets a block. Falls forward. First down. TCU. Redwine not known for his speed, but he will definitely run it when he has to. He has 4 rushing touchdowns on the season. They hurry it up. Still in this pistol. They're going to throw it again. Over the middle, there's Jermaine Washington. He's fallen forward. They try to strip him inside the 5 for the Mackey Award winner. His first touch on the day. An electric start for the highest scoring team in the country. Remember, since they started 3-3, they've rattled off 7 straight wins. And their lowest scoring game was 44 points. So 1st and goal inside the 5. Hand it off to Sutton. He gets to the outside. Can he get there? Sutton to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. Steven Sutton punches it in. And the Horned Frogs take the lead. A perfectly executed drive, and he falls forward on top of the defender. Outstretches the ball. 7-0 Horned Frogs. And we're in for a high-scoring one. If you thought Alabama was high-scoring, just wait till these Horned Frogs get in a rhythm. Now, what will Georgia do in their response here? A seasoned team. They play an insanely difficult schedule year in, year out. Been part of some of the biggest moments in SFA history, led by Ryan McBride. Potentially his last game of his illustrious SFA career. They're going to hand it off to McBride here to start it. Key players on this defense today, definitely the linebacking core, Renner, Hornbeak, and Cornelius Day, and then Kane Chambers, that free safety. Can he make an impact in coverage? Give me another handoff, McBride, and he's going to get a first down here. The Big 12 champion going up against Georgia, the 4th SEC team in the field. McBride, his first pass on the day. He has plenty of time, delivers a strike wide open there for Tommy Moore, number 2 wide receiver on this team. 19 yards here for Georgia. Great start for them. Both these teams have been criticized for their BearCave or game day performances when we watch them live, but so far both teams showing up here in the rain. Hand off to McBride here, right side. He gets about 7, so both teams able to establish the run here early on. Roscoe Cherry also in the secondary. Cross the 50 already here for Georgia. McBride, he has plenty of time. He yams it deep, wide open, man. Diving catch by Cody Williams. Kane Chambers didn't get over there in time. Big play to start it out. McBride just missing a touchdown. So they can get a first down without scoring here. Quick option. There goes McBride, and he falls forward, brought down by Kane Chambers. Second and 7 here. Trip to the Cotton Bowl on the line against Minnesota. Man in motion. That's Pines. Quick option again. McBride keeps it, and again he gets hit by Kane Chambers. You do not want to keep taking those hits from the big hitter, physical safety. 3rd and 6. Can TCU's defense get a stop here in the red zone? Let's give you a screen pass. They dump it off to the running back. Can he find some room? No, he's stacked up. And they're going for it here on the opening possession in the playoff. Getting aggressive on the road. 2 fullbacks in the game. And we get a false start. Unbelievable. So that's going to change the decision now, and Georgia's going to settle for a field goal. So potentially a 4-point swing right there as the kick is up, and it's good. Georgia gets on the board. So a big goal line stand there for the Horned Frogs as they are reeling here early. A fantastic start as the nation is cheering for an SEC team to lose. With a win here for Georgia, half of the remaining field would be SEC teams. JT Redwine coming out for his second series, and he hits Speedy Gonzalez. That's his first touch on the day. One of the only 99 overall receivers in the country. Receiving record in a season. Breaking Josh Doxson. 2nd and 7 now. We've yet to see JT Redwine yam it deep. As Sutton gets another carry here. He finds the outside. The outside run is working very well. It looks like Georgia is sitting back on their heels waiting for the pass, and Sutton is just feasting on the underneath. So power set here. 3rd and short. Georgia trying to get off the field. It's going to be a throw. Plenty of time for JT. Delivers a strike to the Mackey Award winner, Jermaine Washington. Easy. And he's so good in those tough situations, just bailing you out. They come back with 2 tight ends yet again. They are very deep at tight end. Another carry to Sutton. And he goes down. Brought down there, Bert Osborne, the SFA linebacker. Already his 5th tackle here in the first quarter. He's been everywhere. 2nd and 8. Handoff, power handoff to Sutton. He gets some room. Look at the blocking, and Jaboris Jenkins, he can't bring him down, but he slows him enough for the reinforcements to get there. Brings him down. 3rd and short here for the Horned Frogs. Can they get another conversion? Another handoff to Sutton, and he finds the corner, and there he go, down the sideline. They finally push him out. Sutton already has 78 yards here in the first quarter. An unbelievable start for the running back. As on their 2nd drive now, TCU is threatening inside the 30. Redwine makes an adjustment to the split back. They're going to throw it here. JT off the back foot, across body, it's intercepted! An errant throw, and there goes Georgia. David Smith on the interception. Georgia takes over. Bad decision there from JT Redwine. And here comes the Bulldogs. Their 2nd drive now. Delayed give to McBride. He's stacked up in the backfield. Big play there by Roscoe Cherry and company. Second and long now for the Bulldogs. Going 2 tight ends. Fullback dive up the middle, and he rumbles for about 8. Ryan Silva. I think Georgia thinks that they can just overpower this Big 12 team. Well, they did right there. 3rd and medium. How will TCU respond to this first adversity of the game? It's going to be another screen pass. McBride gets it. Can they stop him? He stiffies 1, but he get him from behind. A 3 and out. The TCU defense comes up clutch. Here comes the punt team. They're going to get a nice return off this one. Nick Ramirez is back there for 11 yards. So only 17 seconds left here in the first quarter. Both teams have now had 2 drives. Can JT erase that interception from his memory as he delivers a shot to the sideline? Travis Lloyd gets his first catch of the day. 21 yards. He's 6 for 7 to start. Technically 7 of 7. He's completed every pass he's thrown, but just 1 went to the wrong team. Last play here of the first quarter. Here in the 7-10 matchup. Going to be a delayed draw to Sutton. He has some room. He gets about 6. So at the end of the first quarter, it's been really neck and neck. The difference was a false start. 7-3 here for the TCU Horned Frogs. And in the early games, both of the top seeds, both of the home teams won their games. So do the home teams really have that much of an advantage? That is the question. JT making some changes at the line. It's going to be another delayed give to Sutton. This time they wrap him up. Third and 3 now. I'd probably say fringe field goal range. 3rd and 3. They bring a blitz. They pick it up. Wide open over the middle, but it's dropped by Lloyd. He couldn't hang on. He got blown up as he catches it. And they're going for it here. No man's land. Just a little bit too far, I guess, in the rain. 4th down opportunity for Georgia. Delay give. Broken tackle, and Sutton is stopped. Another turnover on downs. So last drive a turnover, this time a turnover on downs. Georgia takes over yet again. And Brian now, how will he handle this drive? He has plenty of time. He delivers a strike that's almost intercepted by Roscoe Cherry. It's just slipped out of his hands. If you remember, the first play of his career was tipping a Hail Mary to, I believe it was California, and it was caught. I think that was also Chad Blunt's first career passing TD we saw on stream. Well, he dropped that one. Randy McBride finds the outside, and he goes down. Yeah, there must be a big storm going down in the south from all the way from Fort Worth to Tuscaloosa. 3rd and 7. Another screen pass. They're loving these today, and none of them are working. Another screen pass snuffed out by this defense. The pursuit has been incredible. Another 3 and out. So the two best offenses in the country really just feeling each other out so far, as they're both only 1 for 3. No touchdowns yet for Georgia. Another stop here for the Horned Frogs. Gonna get another return from Nick Ramirez. Follows the blockers and gets past the 30, but a flag comes in. Is this gonna be clipping?
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
So some undisciplined football coming out from both sides, this time hurting the Horned Frogs. They'll now start inside their own 20. Mango is yelling at the ref, channeling his inner Patrick Mahomes. As can TCU stop turning the ball over. 1st and 10 here. It's going to be a quick throw, and it's tipped away. They were looking for the mid-screen, but he hit the left tackle. Some sloppy play here early in the rain. Quick option now, and they get it out to Sutton. He's hit by Keelan Carroll after 5. So 3rd and medium incoming for the Horned Frogs. They are 2 of 3 on 3rd down so far. JT dumps that off, and it's dropped again. Floyd drops 2 3rd downs in a row. He would have been short anyways. But both offenses just stagnate here in the really the end of the first quarter in this entire second quarter. So we're going to get another punt. Georgia's going to start out in plus territory this time. Michael Clark gets a nice return. They'll start at the 43. Can Georgia figure out how to run a different play outside a halfback slip screen? McBride taking his time. Could be a delayed give to McBride, and Kane Chambers hurtling in, takes him down in the backfield. What a play from the safety. Jumps over his guy and collides with McBride midair. Fantastic run defense. They're coming back out with the I formation. 2nd and 12 here. Gonna throw it. Dumps that off once again to the running back. That's Randy McBride's, I'd say, 4th reception for 11 yards. 3rd and medium, another chance here for TCU. Remember, their field goal kicker is completely incompetent from this range, so they'll likely be going for it. And McBride floats that one, almost intercepted. Kane Chambers this time drops one. Both Roscoe Cherry and Kane Chambers have now dropped easy interceptions. As now Georgia's going to go for it yet again. Roscoe Cherry on a blitz. Can they get there? No! Dumping it off. 1st down, Georgia. Hit hard by Kane Chambers. A fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs, and they're driving now inside the 30. Down by 4. Man in motion, Lorenzo Pines. McBrien, wide open man, touchdown, Tommy Moore. The Bulldogs take the lead here in the second quarter. He loses his man on the wheel route there, and no safety over the top to help him out. Easy score here for Georgia as they take the lead. That 4th down conversion really hurting TCU. Some couple drops on offense as well. As the Dogs take their first lead, and you can hear the visitors barking at the fans. So TCU now hasn't really been able to move the ball since those first 2 drives. Can JT Redwine settle down here? SFA Player of the Year. He's floating that one out deep. He finds his man, Darius Hayward-Bay. 18 yards. Beautiful deep post there, wide open. Keelan Carroll couldn't get there. I guess it's Barry Taylor. .25 is Keelan Carroll. Taylor is the safety with the dreads. All right, they're going to hand this off to the backup running back now. He trucks 1, but he gets hit from behind. That's Matt Edwards for 4. Second and 6 now. They are starting to move the ball, though. Some life from the Frogs. He has time. He throws this deep. There's Speedy Gonzalez, and he drops it. Already the 3rd drop of the day, really of this quarter. Because that one was a little high for Speedy. The corner got there. 3rd and 6 now for the Horned Frogs. Washington in motion. He's got to be the hot man right now. Only a 4-man rush. Delivers it to Sun, who breaks a tackle. First down. A massive play from the running back as the drive continues. TCU mounting a decent response here as they move across the 50 inside the 45. Handoff. No, JT's going to keep it. He goes up the middle for 6. Redwine lowering his head, choosing not to slide. This is the CFP after all. Got to put the body on the line. 2nd and 4. Gonna hand off to Sutton on a delay, and Burnt Osborne breaks on through. Tackle for loss. Big time tackle for the middle linebacker. Shoots the gap. And just the lead blocker missed his man. 3rd and 6. Maybe fringe field goal range, but it'd be a deep kick from here. Adjusting the play at the line. Redwine. Deep! He finds his man. It's Darius Hayward-Bay again. But a recurring theme here is I keep seeing JT Redwine throw it a bit high. As Hayward-Bay, he had to sky for that one, leaving him open to a hit. Luckily, he hung on. Just outside the red zone now. About 3 minutes left in this half. Hand off to Sutton up the middle. He finds some room, breaks through Osborne, goes down. Another 6 yards for Sutton as he approaches the century mark here in the first half. Barry Taylor already up to 8 tackles on the day. Now they bring out 3 tight ends. And they're actually going to audible into the shotgun. So interesting move here from TCU. So they are going to throw it. They bring a blitz. They pick them up. Going to the end zone. Touchdown, Darius Fleming, the backup tight end. I told you they were deep at tight end, and they convert. JT Redwine finds him in the back of the end zone. His first TD of the day. I told you, Mango. I told you were deep at tight end. As Darius Fleming makes the play. Dude, that's actually a really good strat, though. They come out in these heavy formations, then they audible, and you get some fullbacks on a linebacker or something. They're not ready for you. It's a good idea. It's been working. As they run through a guy. Michael Clark for 34, a big return. That field was littered with bodies. Here comes Georgia now. We're starting to see the shootouts forming. Both teams had touchdowns on their previous drives. They go again on a first catch here by the tight end, Lorenzo Pines, the SFA player. Tight end U over here. TCU definitely not as deep as Georgia is, but right at the 50. As they're now going to audible into a shotgun. Ryan McBrien, what is he going to do? He's avoided the critical mistake so far. Dumps that one off, and Caleb Broussard, the other SFA tight end, and brings that one in, his first catch on the day. 10 for 12 here to start. I believe Georgia does get the ball after half. Tight end in motion. They're stacking that left-hand side, the short side. So they're going to throw it again. And he throws that again into coverage, and this time Thomas Koch can't bring it in. Unbelievable. All three of those incompletions should have been interceptions, but this defense unable to reel any of these in. 3rd and 4 for Georgia. More in motion. They bring a blitz. They get through. He throws it this time. It's picked. That's Kane Chambers. There he goes. Finally, TCU capitalizes on one of these errant throws, and TCU takes on over. Kane Chambers, the captain of this defense. And here comes the highest scoring offense in the country. What will they do next? Hand off Sutton. He only gets about 3. Plenty of time to add to this lead before halftime. Four wide. Another handoff to Sutton here. And that one only got 2, but you can see why this is happening. Is Georgia, if you look at the corners, they are playing completely off of all of these wide receivers here. So trying to guard the yam from JT. They'll take a dump off here to Speedy Gonzalez, his second catch of the day. And what that does when your corners are super far back is that handoff to the outside, you got a lot more room. So we only got about a minute left here. 3 timeouts. Quick option, and they go down. Hit hard there. Unable to get the pitch off. That's Sean Cole. They're going to hurry it up. Still split back sets. 1 minute left here. He's throwing that out wide. That's Speedy. He catches this one. First down, TCU. The corner route works to perfection. Despite his size, he's still able to bring that one down. The 5'5" receiver. He's feeling it on this one. We're inside the 30. Under a minute here. Takes a handoff, throwing it to the opposite side. This time it's Darius Hayward-Bay getting another catch. Already his 5th one, up to 67 yards as we're inside the 15 here. The SFA Player of the Year is reeling. On the backfield, only 4-man rushing. Over the middle, that's Speedy as he gets smoked over the middle, but he hangs on. No timeouts have been used yet. That was Georgia using their timeouts. They want more time. 49 seconds left in the half here at home in Fort Worth. Delayed give. There's Sutton. And only gets about 1 maybe. 3rd and 5. Georgia used another timeout. JT, he has some time. He's going to throw that to the back of the end zone. Oh, wide open, man. Darius Hayward-Bay adds to the lead as TCU takes an 11-point lead here into halftime. That is now the school record for touchdowns in a season for the transfer. Broken coverage. How do you lose track of Darius Hayward Bay? I don't know. As they'll take an 11-point lead here. Still 42 seconds, though, for Georgia. But the home team's loving it. And a nice tackle there around the 20. Remember, folks, Georgia is the most talented team in the country on paper, but they aren't playing like it today. And I really got to call out Ryan McBride here. He is throwing some errant passes. Only has one pick, but probably should have a couple. See what he can do here. 39 seconds left. They wanted another chance. Well, they got it. Finds Cody Williams, but clock is running. Can they pull back within a score here? Another first down over the middle. That is a nice gain from Brent Davis. They're up to the 40. Now in yam range. 20 seconds left. Still out empty. Only 3-man rushing over the middle. Another completion. But once again, stop short. They're going to have to burn that final timeout. So just like the ending of that Washington-Tennessee game, if you get stopped short of the line to gain, you're unlikely to get another playoff. And dump this short. McBride goes out in bounds. 11 seconds left here. 3rd and 2. Do you take 2 shots at the end zone, or do you try to get in the field goal range? Probably need about 30 yards here in the field goal range. 3rd and 2. It's gonna be a screen pass. That's dangerous. If he stops short, that ends the game, or ends the half. 6 seconds left here. They gotta hurry it up. They're gonna spike this one. So Georgia now has one play. They just saw that Alabama game. Can they channel their inner end of half yam? 4 seconds left. Ryan McBride, he's going to yam it deep to the end zone. He has a man! Tommy Moore! Touchdown, Georgia, here at the end of the half. I don't know what happened. Maybe the safety slipped. How do you let Tommy Moore get 10 yards behind you? Unbelievable. Just an epic collapse here from TCU at the end of the half, giving up a free touchdown. Don't feel good about that one if you're a Horned Frog fan, but as we head to halftime, it is 21-17. And remember, folks, we are in the CFP, so we saw Tennessee move on. They'll face Oklahoma in the Sugar. We saw Alabama win. They'll face Stanford in the Fiesta. And the winner of this game goes on to face Minnesota in the Cotton. And the game later on will be East Carolina taking on Georgia Southern. And the winner of that one has a date with Clemson, the undefeated team in the Peach Bowl. Remember, folks, check out Home Field, greatest apparel brand in all of college sports. Use code SFA, as we have a fantastic couple of days of SFA football. We had bowl season yesterday, including the Citrus Bowl, and then all 4 opening round games here today. I think they've definitely lived up to the hype so far. Did we get the dog water chat curse on this one? Oof. So the dog water curse, as Georgia is now going to get the ball after half, after giving up the end of half Hail Mary. Was that enough? I mean, we saw in the last game that Hail Mary at the end, the tip drill to Robbie Reese, sparked a second half absolutely annihilation of the Fighting Illini. How is TCU going to respond here? They've been the better team today. There's still a long way to go. So here comes Ryan McBride in the second half. Delayed give, and he They get stopped in the background or backfield. TCU has been fantastic today on defense. Just one miscue is keeping this game close. They've stifled the run, been really good in pass defense, especially over those short plays designed to have some yards after catch. They're now going to audible here into the shotgun. Ryan McBrien pick up the defenders over the middle. It's tipped away. Roscoe Cherry. Big play there by the safety. Third and 12. Georgia only has one third down conversion on the day. They're going to throw a mid-screen. It's not open. Ryan McBrien's running away. He breaks a sack. He delivers one, and it's incomplete. Could have been a big play for TCU, but they'll be happy with the 3 and out to start the half. So TCU gets the rock now. Trying to mount a return here. Run over 1. Get about 9. They'll start around midfield here. So what does Coach Mango and company have in store for us in this second half? JT Redwine and company. First and 10 here at their own 44. Hand off to Sutton. He has room. Great blocking. He stiffies one. Jaboris Jackson can't bring him down. Finally, Osborne brings him down after about 9. Steven Sutton, have yourself a day as they are coming out in this goal line set. Fullback dive here for the first down, but he's running backwards. Jimmy Moore, what are you doing, buddy? I think he was trying to break that to the outside, but he forgot he's a fullback. He saw the game earlier. He thought he could channel Terry Atkinson. Well, no, sir. 3rd and 1 now. And that's a long one. That's a yard and a half. JT's going to throw for it. Pocket collapsing, dumps it off to Sutton. That is going to be a first down. So Jimmy Moore not ruining the drive, luckily. JT having the awareness of the pocket, stepping up, delivering it to his dump-off man. Beautiful play by the SFA Player of the Year. 1st and 10 now for TCU. Delay give. No, it's going to be a throw. And he just throws that away. Might have been some miscommunication, but JT, he just threw that away. Lived to fight another down. As they are across the 45 now. Trips right. Speedy Gonzalez, top of your screen, lined up with Keelan Carroll. Hand off to Sutton. He breaks one. Oh, and that defender takes out another guy, and he's allowed to get 14. Shiftiness by Sutton. Great ball carrier vision to find the hole. Here come the Horned Frogs. 1st and 10. Hand off to Sutton yet again. Stiffies Keelan Carroll. There he goes, and he's tripped up. Almost a touchdown there. 2nd and 1, just outside the red zone now. 2 tight ends in, under center. TCU showing their physicality today in the rain. As they hand it off to Sutton, and he goes down. No first down there. John Cole this time. Up to 130 yards for Sutton. They're going to run the same play. Does it work this time? Yes, it does. Sutton gets the first down. Ballsy move to run the same play 2 times in a row. But it works as they enter the red zone now, up 4. Eager to re-extend this lead to 11. Triple option. They hand it to fullback. There's Jimmy Moore. This time, powering through a guy. Second and 7 now. This is a nice drive mounting for the Horned Frogs. Hayward Bay, bottom of your screen, isolated. JT. He's going to dump that off. There's Sutton. It's another first down. TCU now at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. What is the move? Sutton's going to get the counter play. He breaks the tackle. Sutton, he tries to find his way in there. Chopped down at the 2. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal now. TCU trying to punch this in, putting pressure on the Dogs. Man in motion. Offset I, hand off to Sutton. Wide open lane, touchdown TCU! They retake the 11-point lead. What a drive. A 12-play drive here to really stifle any momentum Georgia had coming out of the locker room. Erasing the Hail Mary. Now Georgia back on their heels. The Bulldogs have been in plenty of adverse situations this season. They're in like a 5 overtime game with Clemson. They can score a lot and in a hurry, so cannot give Georgia an inch if you're TCU as they hit them in the backfield. One guy can't bring him down, but the other does. Cornelius Day, the transfer from Nevada. Second and 12 now. Ryan McBrien, he has plenty of time. He's going to throw this one out wide, and nothing doing for Cody Williams. So Georgia showing that stagnant offense that they've gotten themselves into ruts before this year. Can they find a way to get past it? They're 1 for 7 on third down, for Christ's sake. 3rd and 10 for the Dogs. It's going to be another slip screen. Their go-to play on third down. And they can't do it. Cornelius Day brings them down yet again. 4th down for Georgia. TCU has been preying on those screens, dominating the short game here today. As TCU is going to get the ball back yet again. They break a tackle. There's Nick Ramirez. He goes to the short side, gets about 9. So TCU takes back over 11 points, and they have the ball. About 12 minutes left here at home. The fans are loving it. Can Sutton run them into the quarterfinal? TCU has such a favorable travel schedule here as they would, if they win this game at home, they'll travel a short distance to the Cotton Bowl for the quarterfinal against Minnesota. It's too early though to start counting your chickens as Darius Hayward Bay gets a first down. Plenty of game left. TCU is looking like they're firing on every cylinder here so far. Delayed. A wide open man. There's Fleming down the sideline. Another big play for the tight end. He has a touchdown and now a 26-yarder. Been all TCU in this second half. TCU now inside the 30. They are really starting to feel it here. Operating on all cylinders. JT dumps that off there. Speedy. He breaks a tackle. Brought down by Khalil Reeves. On the 25 now. Speedy Gonzalez alone at the top of your screen. 1-on-1 with Keelan Carroll. Handoff Sutton up the gut. He has some room again. Another first down for TCU. They are just running it all over the Bulldogs. They've been in the red zone 4 times. They have 4 touchdowns. Here comes TCU. They're yamming it deep. 1-on-1, and Speedy couldn't win the jump ball with Barry Taylor. But they live to fight another down. Bring out the power set yet again. Fullback handoff. Khalil Reeves brings him down after 4. 3rd and 6 incoming. Georgia trying to keep it at a 2-score game here. Got a shotgun now. They're going to throw it again. JT floating that there. Speedy. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown TCU. Speedy Gonzalez, the 5'5 receiver, stretches that for a touchdown. TCU is reeling. And where is the pass rush from Georgia today? That's the question. JT's just sitting back there delivering dots over and over. You've got Khalil Reeves. You've got plenty of guys on that defensive line that are elite. And this is the offensive line is the weak part of this defense. Incredible display here from TCU today, as the defense as well is playing out of their minds. This is a 3-score game at this point. 18-point deficit here for the Bulldogs. We know they can score in a hurry, but man, this is a difficult situation. They give a fullback dive. I'm not sure what they've been doing here in the second half, but probably shouldn't be giving it to your fullback down 18. Coming down shotgun now, 2nd and 9. They're stacking the box. They're begging McBride to throw it, as he runs it this time for about 3. Third and 6 here for Georgia. Another 3 and out would basically kill this Georgia team. Cannot give TCU the ball back. McBride, plenty of time. He yams that one deep. It's an absolute... I don't know. It went incomplete, though. I had a brain fart there. It's absolute rainbow. And it's 3 and out. Let's go TCU. They're going to get the ball back here. A chance to re-extend the lead to even farther. 18 points. And man, almost doubling them up on plays, yardage, and tripling them on first downs today. Georgia just looks absolutely lifeless here. The home teams are killing it here today. No seeded upsets yet. JT throws that over the middle, and it's Speedy Gonzalez, another catch in traffic. So they figured out those drops there in the first half, and they've been catching everyone ever since. That was a one-hander right there. As the third quarter starts to wind down, TCU can start grinding this clock. Split back set here. Dumps that one off. There's the backup running back, Matt Edwards, with a catch. It's going to be 3rd and short here for TCU. Nine for 11 today on 3rd down. Much different story than Georgia. Washington in motion. Fakes the throw. Delivers a rainbow. 1-on-1, and it's dropped by Washington. The Mackey Award winner couldn't hang on to that one. And Georgia's going to have another chance. Missed opportunity there for TCU to extend the drive. As they come after this punt, they don't get to him. They're going to return it, though. Michael Clark gets past the 25. But as we head to the third quarter, it's been all TCU here in the second half. 35-17 as we head to the fourth quarter. And Georgia hasn't scored since the end of the half. I don't know if that Speedy was a touchdown, but we'll give it to him. They're playing like mad. Remember, winner has a date with Minnesota in the Cotton Bowl. Georgia takes over here. They had an abysmal third quarter, down by 18. They didn't have a first down in that third quarter, just 3 and outs. Randy McBride, a nice start here. He's averaging under 3 a carry right now. This TCU defense is playing very, very well. Holding the second best scoring offense in the country to 17. Deep drop for Ryan McBride. Dumps that off to Lorenzo Pines. First down, Georgia. Can they find a rhythm here in the fourth quarter? Kane Chambers on the blitz. He's going to get to him. No, they floated. That's intercepted by TCU. They're going the other way, and he's tripped up by the receiver. Another big-time play, this time by Tony Phillips, as Kane Chambers hurried up Ryan McBride, forcing the errant throw, and TCU takes over. A dominant display here at home for the Horned Frogs, as now they're 8 minutes away from a Cotton Bowl berth, their first ever CFP victory. Can they break the hearts of Georgia fans yet again? Split back sets here for JT Redwine. Hand off to Sutton. He finds a hole. There's Sutton for 11. JT, they're inside the 20. They can put this game on ice. It's gonna be a slip screen. There's Sutton. He goes down in the backfield. -5 yards this time. What a game we've had, or what a day so far. The only user to lose was Damien, and that game was supposed to have a loser. Yeah, Mango definitely showing all the naysayers from that ASU game earlier in the season wrong. They are cooking today. Quick option this time. He goes down. JT, they continue to go backwards here, but up 18. They are in field goal range to push this to 21. They're just trying to chew some clock now. We're under 7 minutes. The TCU fans can feel it. They're starting to get excited. 3rd and 19 here for JT Redwine. They're going to bleed the clock now in that 6-minute offense. They're just going to hand it off on a counter to Sutton. A lot of room on that left-hand side. There he goes, and he gets a lot of it back. 14 yards for Sutton. It's going to be 4th and short. They're going to bring out the field goal kicker here to push it to a 21-point lead for the Horned Frogs. They're going to bleed this clock out. We're going to snap this with about 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Georgia will get the ball back, down by 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable performance from Coach Mango and the TCU Horned Frogs today, the Big 12 champions. As here's the kick to push it to 21. From left hash, it's up. And it's good. 38 points for the Horned Frogs. All right, Georgia, what are you made of? Last hope is here. You've got to get something as he trips over his own feet, and they're going to start from their own 19-yard line. Just domination from TCU in every facet in the second half. It was 21-17 at halftime, but it's been all TCU here in the second. We got a 17-38 game. What's up? All right, Ryan McBrien here. He has plenty of time. He delivers a strike, almost another pick. Oh, dropped by Thomas Cock, his second drop pick. Second and 10. Ryan McBrien is starting to feel it. This is his last career game as a Georgia Bulldog. Second and 10. He's deep dropping. Over the middle, that's caught. Tommy Moore, only 5. They've got to hurry it up. They've got to figure out a way to get a touchdown. Tommy Moore has been the best receiver today. One for 9 here for Georgia on 3rd down. Unbelievable. Dumps that one off Lorenzo Pines. There he is. First down, Georgia. Ryan McBrien, a free blitzer. Ball on the ground. They call it an incompletion. Ryan McBrien now, 2nd and 10 in shotgun. We're under the 5-minute mark, down by 3 scores. They've got to start pushing it. These 8-yard dink and dunks aren't going to do much. You got to start yamming it deep, finding the seam. Finding those holes in the zone. 2 of 10 on third down today. A whopping 20% for the Bulldogs. McBrien dumps that off, almost intercepted. It's going to be fourth down. Of course, they're going to have to go for it. But how about Cornelius Day, the transfer from Nevada, making an impact here in the playoff as we've got the big nasties from both sides. Who's going to win this one? A toss out right. They're going to stiffy him. Oh, Georgia continues the drive. That could have been the final nail in the coffin. Ryan McBrien now dumping this off. There's Lorenzo Pines. Runs over one. He goes out of bounds. Things are starting to get chippy down here as both teams are laying the wood. Roscoe Cherry delivered an absolute smack-a-doodle on Lorenzo Pines. We're at 4 minutes, though. Looking very rough here for the Bulldogs, down 3 scores. Pines in motion. And dump this one off. That's a first down. Clock does stop for Joe Newman. They got to hurry up to the line. They've got to start pushing. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left. They're going to have to get at least one onside kick if they score. McBrien dumping that one off. Overthrows his man. Incomplete. Remember, folks, we got one more CFP opening round game, and we're going to travel all the way over to Statesboro. Yes, you heard me right. Statesboro's getting a CFP game. After this one is another massive hit, Cornelius Day. Holy smoko. Randy McBride, man, not having a good day, averaging 2.2 a carry. All of his screen passes are not working. 3rd and 12. Yeah, Mango, you're right. You've scored at least 44 in every one of the games on this streak. As a crossbody that it's caught. No, incomplete. Phillips tips it away. 4th down. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down today, but this one might be a little tough. 4th and 12 for the Bulldogs. Game on the line. McBrien delivers a deep shot, and it's caught! Cody Williams for 23. They are moving the ball, but this drive has effectively ended the game, as this is just taking way too much time off the clock when you're down by this much. But McBride to the end zone. It's intercepted. Kane Chambers, second of the day. He takes a knee, and TCU will move on to the Cotton Bowl. Kane Chambers, ball hawk. Sutton gets the carry. Still going to be rumbling it as we are under 3 minutes left in the game. Handoff to Sutton. 3-yard gain. Can TCU run the score? Can they get to that critical 44? JT takes it. He's running. 4th down for TCU. They're going to have to punt it away here. And this is a TCU team that's gone through some rough patches. Last season was the year of the injury for them. They lost Anthony Black for the year. They lost Speedy for most of the year. And they were just down in the dumps. But then they go into the transfer portal, utilize their budget very well. And here they are in the CFP. Unbelievable. As we're yamming it deep for McBrien. One-on-one, another dropped interception. This time it's Dalen Barnes, the SFA player. 2nd and 10 here for McBrien. And enjoy it, folks. This is the final 2 minutes and 28 seconds of Ryan McBrien's career. Then the Dick Weed era will take over for the Bulldogs. As he's sacked again. No, he breaks Kane Chambers. And it's caught. Ryan McBrien, a beautiful pitch and catch. Vintage Ryan McBrien there. Ryan McBride, he's yamming this one to the end zone. Open, man. Touchdown, Tommy Moore. And wait a minute, folks. It's only 14. And McBride didn't hear no bell, folks. They have no timeouts left, though, so they have to get these onside kicks if they want any hope. Game is over if they don't recover. And it's recovered here. Brian Hill takes it, and that will effectively end the ball game. An unbelievable game from both sides. But TCU just dominated the second half. It's pretty close in the first half, but when TCU is able to establish that run game with Sutton and get what they want, and then be able to pass it when they want to, and attack deep. We didn't see any deep yams for Hayward Bay or Gonzalez's. Georgia was selling out for them, but man, this was a fantastic performance. 2 minutes left here for TCU. They're just going to hand it off to Sutton, who goes up the middle. He gets another first down. Up to 191 on the day. Handoff, JT's going to keep it. He finds room on the outside, and he's hit. Second and 9 now. Only 1 minute left in the game here. And the victory formation comes on out. Last play of the game here. Remember, folks, we got one more later on. Punt team coming out. And as we hit triple zeros here in Fort Worth, the home team, number 7 TCU, takes down the SEC and the Georgia Bulldogs. And they will head up to the Cotton Bowl to take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. An unbelievable game from the SFA Player of the Year, JT Redwine, and this number 1 offense in the country. How far can TCU go? They have favorable travel. But will they run into the buzzsaw that is Minnesota? An epic game, taking down Georgia handedly, 38-24 here for TCU. And now 3 games in, all 3 home teams have won their first games. As we have 1 more remaining. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. All right. What a game, man. Shout out to Mango, dude. The offense finally does something absolutely insane. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I think it all came down to Sutton actually being able to move the ball. Because if he's unable to move the ball, then they're still going to be in those 3rd and longs. I didn't see hardly any 3rd and longs. And then you kept JT Redwine upright. Not getting hit, not getting rushed, just being able to sit there and deliver dot after dot. Now, I do think his accuracy was a little rough around the edges with some high throws here and there, but that's nitpicking. And then, obviously, you got to figure out a way to stop the deep ball. But Kane Chambers getting 2 picks. You had 3 total turnovers. The perfect game here for TCU at home. What a game to start it out. And this is TCU, man. This is a team that was not on a lot of people's radar, really up until about until they beat Baylor, about week 12. So TCU getting hot at the right time. And as always, we got to check these stats, but we'll first check the scoring summary so I can get my screenshot here. And, I mean, it was close at the end because of this terrible, terrible defense. But it was all TCU in the second half, man. Unbelievable game, Mango. You should be ecstatic. Your first career CFP win in TCU's first career CFP win in their career. In Georgia, 6 appearances, no national championship appearances even. Unbelievable feat. They have 3 semifinal appearances and 3 first-round exits now. Just completely unfortunate circumstances for them. As let's take a look at the stats. Remember, folks, the stats are going to determine who is our cover athlete for next season. First, we'll take a look at Georgia. 28 of 42. The last game for Ryan McBride. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He just didn't have the X factor today, unfortunately. One of the remaining guys from one of those first classes of IGRs. Running the ball, and this rushing defense shocked the world for TCU, man. Randy McBride couldn't get anything going on the ground. And then the screen passes just never worked. Tommy Moore was the only guy who could really produce anything. Not even, these tight ends could really get a lot of separation. Then on defense, I mean, they played well, but as always, when your safety is your leading scorer or your leading tackler, it's not going to be a good day. As they did get 1 interception here, but it turned out not to be that big of a deal. But the big problem on the defense was sacks. They got no hurries, hardly at all on JT. Kicker made his only 1. All right, let's take a look. Who's going to lead the race? JT Redwine, the SFA Player of the Year. 24 for 32. That's 75%. 247 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Running the ball, though, Steven Sutton was a dude today. 191, 2 touchdowns, averaging 6 a carry. Unbelievable game from him. Speedy Gonzalez had that epic touchdown. You had Darius Hayward-Bay as the leading receiver. And Darius Fleming having a couple good ones there. And 2 drop passes for Travis Lloyd. Blocking was superb today. No sacks given up. And on defense, Cornelius Day all over the place. You had Kane Chambers with those 2 interceptions. Roscoe Cherry getting involved. Cock had 2 drops. And then you had Tony Phillips with an interception. Renner Hornbeek didn't have to do much. Dalen Barnes didn't have to do much. So these are all the deflections. No forced fumbles on the day. No fumbles recovery. Obviously no punts or safeties. And no defensive touchdowns. Kane Chambers, baby. What a game from him today. And let's check the players of the game. Before we get out of this, remember, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes with the last game, and it's a big one, and it's a doozy. The G5 auto bid taking on the ECU Pirates. I am nervous. No home team is lost yet. Is ECU going to force it? Is TCU, man, gets on the board. All right, guys, we're going to end it here. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we'll see you in a few.